The theme of this conference is around sharing nursing's wisdom and experience, and we want to walk that talk with you through the next 3 days and really hearing from you, again, about what's working well, what isn't working well, and really importantly, you guys do this work. What would be your suggestions to improve it?
What advice would you give me about optimizing the role of nursing in BC? What would you change?
How would we do it to ensure not only we're teaching kids about sexual and reproductive health, but encompasses including how to interact with all genders and be respectful?
And when we bring kindness into our workplace, life is much, much simpler, much easier, and along with that come other teachings and learning how to pray.
What I'd like from each and every one of us, and I include myself in this, is what would your own personal pledge be around cultural safety and humility?
My pledge for cultural humility is to learn about the traditions and ceremonies that surround pregnancy and the birthing process in the community where I work, learning that each community is unique.
Culture is healing. Culture is our medicine.
Nurses are telling me that when I put it back on them to say, did the community ask for this? And they're like, well, no. And then I'm like, okay, then go back. You need to work with the community, not for the community.
I hope that is to teach each other.
Cultural humility also, to some degree, equates to relational nursing practice. It's meeting people where they're at and really engaging with the individual, listening to them and hearing them and having absolutely no judgment.
It's not about the way you treat First Nations. It's about how all people treat each other respectfully for their beliefs. It's just nice to come together to share spirit, share time, coffee, lunch, a meal, jokes, what's going on, what's working well in your community, what's not working well in your community. It's a safe place.
There's so much more out there than just these little roles that you think you might go into. It's so much more. I don't know how to explain it. It's so different, like being in community. It's
learning together, it's very important. And knowing when you go back, you make some new friends. You have a network now that you can call when you need some support.
Meeting with other nurses from other communities, you get to hear all their ideas and what they're doing, so it kind of gives you a spark and makes you want to start up new programs in your community or just know that what you're doing is right and to keep on going.
Unbelievable nurses with a whole huge variety of backgrounds that come into this work.
I think it's refreshing for us to kind of be out of the community, have that break, and then have that time to really have some professional development.
I've connected with so many great people and we're already working on strategies to improve some of the services.
I don't get that professional relationship a whole lot, I don't get to communicate with a lot of people, so being able to come here and build the connections and meet people who are close by me that I would never really talk to otherwise, so I think building the connections is really important.
And to hear the stories from the rest of the nurses it just rejuvenates you, and you can go back to your community and just take it forward for another 11 months and carry on, so it is rejuvenating. Mm-hmm.
For me, it's the service that I do.
To being able to improve services and improve communication.
Relationships with my clients, to really listen to what they are wanting and to try my best.
For me, I think it's the relational practice that I have within these small communities.
Watching and seeing how that person is progressing.
But it is hard. Yeah, that's not... No, I think it's just, and then just when you have, I think it's the one with their third baby and they're accessing your service, and you look back and you think, wow, the first baby, we knew you're pregnant at 9 months, and now they're accessing us way before that, and all the nurses, and they just I think that's just really rewarding too, and helping them through their journey of their third baby.
Working with people when they're having the worst day they could possibly have.
I think there's just
a great need for more love in the world, and so if you want to do that, nursing's the way to do it.
And the longer that I've done it, the more I have realized how much I really enjoy working with people across the lifespan.
I've had a lot of very good experiences with the people that very much appreciate what nurses do.
You get to develop relationships and relational practice.
Being able to help people in our community.
To help influence change and to improve access to services for our people.
Such a privilege to hear their stories, may it be the traumatic ones, may it be the happy ones.
Thank you for joining us for the 2016 Nursing Education Forum. It's so wonderful to have you share your wisdom and your experience and your expertise, your laughter, your learning, and your growing with us through this last 3 days. So thank you for joining. Looking forward to seeing you again next year.